We searched everywhere for Caillou.
I don't know what the hell that purple portal was back at our door, but thank God we made the smart decision not to go in.
The question of the matter is, how the hell is the dormitory building possessed? Could someone so evil and sick to the head do something like that?
We don't know the answer to that, Caillou. Oh, and by the way, Caillou, have you contacted Nani, Gordon, Luke, Ryder, or Kennedy if they know where Caillou is?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Maybe their phones don't have any cellular signal.
That purple portal that you mentioned before, Caillou. Could it be?
What is it, Caillou?
I have a terrible feeling that Caillou, Nani, Gordon, Luke, Ryder, and Kennedy might have been sucked into the purple portal in the dorm building.
You think so?
There is nothing beyond a reasonable doubt to say otherwise. They must have been transported into a different dimension.
Oh my God. How are we going to explain this to Mom and Dad?
Gotta have them come over. Otherwise they won't believe us.
I'll be on the call.
Where are we, Gordon?
Looks like the United Kingdom to me. But I can't confirm if that is true.
Regardless, there is a reason why we are here. To find an orange jewel for Thaddeus.
There is one problem, however, Ryder. Or are we going to find one?
Well, we could just ask fellow ordinary people here.
You think that's the best approach to this situation? My confidence and intellectual predicts that it's going to take centuries before we survey everyone. And by then, people will wonder, are we really out of our league? They will think of this as some fantasy or myth.
You make a valid point, Gordon.
You know, on second thought, it may be our only choice, but let's not ask everyone. We don't need to do that. We have to make a judgment on who we think could help us.
Okay, you had me there for a minute. But yes, that's our approach to this whole mission.
Just don't be an absolute deluded clown of yourself.
I won't. Trust me. It won't be the same me.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh. May we help you?
A pleasure for you that you are willing to help us. We are two kids who have no home and are without a family.
So we are in the United Kingdom, it seems.
But wait a minute, you two kids are street urchins?
We don't like to refer to ourselves as street urchins. We only want to be described as a brother and sister who are poor and have lost their family and are without a home.
What happened to your family?
It was a terrible day for the both of us. We remember everything that happened. It was a cold December evening in 2000. Our father was cooking dinner, while our mother was doing laundry. Me and my sister were playing outside. But then, tragedy struck. Our house exploded and our mom and dad died.
We honestly didn't know what happened that caused the explosion, but that changed our life forever. We quickly ran away from home since there were no other choices for us. There were no child shelters in our area, so we had to go from city to city. And here we were in Willowshire. But we couldn't find any, so we essentially gave up.
It's already been 3 years to the day since that fateful day happened.
Oh my god. That is horrible to hear.
When's the last time you two ate?
We actually had food earlier today. However, we are low on money despite friendly people giving us donations.
I'm glad that you are okay. However, we may take you to a good restaurant despite us not being familiar with the city as well as the UK.
You are.
Yet. But we are from the US. So can you take us to a local bank so we can exchange some of our US dollars for UK pounds?
We'll find one around the corner. Oh, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Thomas Taylor.
Amelia Taylor is the name. We are 8 and 7 years of age.
I'm Gordon the Big Engine, and this is Ryder Jennings on my left. We are 17 each respectively.
Without a further ado, take us kiddos to the nearest bank here in the UK.
We actually know a bank around here. We passed by it. Follow us.
So now that I have exchanged some of our US dollars for UK pounds, is there a restaurant in town that you pass by that you want to try?
There's this restaurant that we passed by that is around here in Willowshire that looks delicious had we had the sufficient money to do so.
It's called Trattoria Serenata.
How expensive is it?
When I had a look at the menu, it was really expensive.
Do you actually want us to spend much money? It might end up being the equivalent of gaming concert once we get the bill.
Our wallet is looking at us with a very cross look.
But Gordon and Ryder, we want to try it so badly. It looks so delicious.
Alright then. We'll take you there. No need to get upset. If you know the way, lead us. Honestly, it feels that we are basically their guardian.
Honestly, I think we unofficially are. I honestly think it's bizarre that the kids having two guardians of the same gender is bizarre in my view.
That's ironic considering we are basically looking after them now as the two gentlemen.
Is there a specific dish that you, Thomas and Mila, want to eat?
I like this chicken tikka masala. This looks tasty.
I think I'm going to order the same main dish as Amelia's.
Ryder, what about yours?
I'll order braised Yorkshire short rib with Yorkshire pudding and creamed horseradish mash. As for my sides, I'll order mashed potatoes and French fries.
I'm ordering the truffle-infused Aberdeen Angus beef fillet with peppercorn second haggis mash. I'll also have mashed potatoes and French fries as my sides.
Excuse me, but what are French fries?
French fries is what we two Americans call chips back home in the United States.
There are certain words that are called differently by the US and the UK, but mean the same thing.
Since you two are little kids, you will learn more words that are used differently by different kinds of speakers, but mean the same thing.
How do you even know all of this?
Whenever both me and Ryder are on vacation, we typically go to different countries. We've been to Italy, France, Japan, Mexico, Australia, and yes, the United Kingdom. We learn many things from the various places we visited and also specific words from not only those same places, but their restaurants as well.
Wow, you two are quite the travelers, aren't you? I wished we could explore different countries if both me and my sister are not poor. The United States is on the top of my list.
Is that so? That's wonderful. The United States is a wonderful country coming from us native United States Americans. There are many states to go to. Many states such as California, Texas, Florida, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and New York, where we are from, provide many attractions.
I'm actually from the United Kingdom, but later on in my mid to late teen years, moved to New York.
Really? I didn't know that you Gordon originated from the United Kingdom before you came to the US.
How is the transition from the United Kingdom to the United States, Mr. Gordon?
Besides the differences in vocabulary and spelling between the two, the US is more diverse than the UK. The US has people from over the world. It's not just people that is very diverse, but the food in the US has a huge variety compared to the UK, for which it's known for its roast food and fish and chips. The US also has a different flavor for sports. Their most popular sports that they play are American football, baseball, and basketball.
Interesting. If only we had the money to travel.
I'm sure that we will find a way to find a gigantic load of money, as well as parents who will be kind to you and kind enough to adopt you two little kids.
Are you folks ready for your orders?
Yes, we are. I'll get truffled infused Aberdeen Angus beef fillet with peppercorn second haggis mash. I'll also have mashed potatoes and chips as my sides.
I'll order braised Yorkshire short rib with Yorkshire pudding and creamed horseradish mash. As for my sides, I'll also order mashed potatoes and chips.
I would like a chicken tikka masala and mashed potatoes and chips as my sides.
I'll order the same one as my sibling, that being a chicken tikka masala with mashed potatoes and chips as my sides.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and take your menus.
Did you Thomas and Amelia enjoy the food?
We did, however, have to pay an exorbitant amount of pounds for all of our orders.
Oh, Mr. Gordon and Mr. Ryder, thank you so much for the wonderful dinner.
It's been forever since we had something this delicious. Mom and Dad may not have cooked our food, but I know that they will strive to make sure it is as delicious as it was.
The taste of the food reminds me of Father's cooking.
If you're happy with your food at that restaurant, then we'll be happy that you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed mine.
I certainly enjoyed my meal too, Ryder.
Can I ask you, Thomas and Amelia, something? Besides donations from strangers, what other ways did you two kids do to get money, if any?
We actually do pickpocketing. We sneak up on hundreds and hundreds of people to get money for food.
Really? That's very risky of you two. Imagine being two little kids risking themselves of a crime.
Ryder, be careful. Do not be too loud. We don't want anyone to overhear this conversation and call the authorities on these two little kids.
Sorry.
I actually want to get a huge stack of money more than I want a family who will be nice enough to adopt us.
Maybe, Amelia, we can do both. But we should look for a family after we get the huge stack of cash.
Mr. Gordon and Mr. Ryder, how in the world will that both of us be able to get a huge stash of money?
Well, the both of you have been pickpocketing people this whole time since you two lost your parents 3 years ago. Why not keep on doing what you are currently doing?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sure you two kids have at the very least gotten more than £79 and 13 pence from more than 20 people individually at least.
But gentlemen, that's not enough to find a comfortable place to live in. It may cover the food, but we can't just be living on the streets.
Please, Mr. Gordon and Mr. Ryder, you need to help us so badly. If you don't, we don't want you to be with us anymore.
What are you waiting for? Is it a deal?
Okay. It's a deal. Don't be too loud.
Oops. Sorry.
Anyways, we may know a plan that might lead to your goal being accomplished. Please follow us. We need to find a spot that is behind closed doors and out of public's reach.